Bitcoin bull market, is it over? Has the bear market begun? There's like this 50-50 split right now across crypto. People yelling at each other, arguing on crypto Twitter in the comments on YouTube, whether or not we're in a bear market or bull market. First off, it really doesn't matter. The worst of it is over, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think we're in the middle of the bull market, but I digress. It doesn't matter. And I do want to break down something. We know the upward potential for Bitcoin. We talk about it all the time. But in this video, I want to break down the worst case scenario for Bitcoin. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into it. I think we're in the middle of the bull market. But again, the reason it doesn't matter, at least it doesn't matter to me, is simply because not only have we had just this epic consolidation, it's this multi-month just downtrend and then sideways action. It's testing the fortitude of every crypto person, right? Whether you're new or whether you've been here for years, it doesn't matter. It's testing everybody. It's testing the resolve. But the thing is, putting aside whether we're in a bull market or bear market, one thing I know is off of this all-time high, Bitcoin's discounted 50% right now. And that alone is opportunity. And on-chain metrics suggesting that accumulators are accumulating, and it's happening. It's happening whether you think we're in a bear market or a bull market. It doesn't really matter. Accumulators are accumulating based on on-chain metrics. And then not only that, we have just evidence on the charts. I mean, look at this, the bull market doors, right? And that is extending from this Fibonacci. It's a swing high of the 2017 high to the 2018 low to this bull market door area, the 786 to 618 area of resistance. We broke it, entering the bull market with great velocity, coming back down to the 1618 line of that Fibonacci. And it was just such a similar move, right? All the way into this last bull market, 2017, retraced to the 1618 line. Different timelines, but very close to the same. 400 days post 2016 halving, 400 days post 2020 halving. You see the similarities. Now, I'm not here to sit and explain why I think we're in the middle of the bull market. That's one simple reason. I do want to just demonstrate an on-chain metrics reason. This is William Clemente the third. User growth is doing the exact opposite of what has been following each major Bitcoin bull run peak. Without any euphoric spike that we've typically seen, net user growth just continues to grind higher. And this is the chart. You can see in blue, that's the entity's network net growth, right? So here's that 2018, end of 2017 bull market high. And what you notice is we get this huge just downtrend, right, of that blue line, entity's net growth line. And then obviously in black, you see Bitcoin price going down with it. Now, it happened multiple times. Here's 2014, here's 2013, here's like 2011. The same type of metrics played out, right? Now, this time, if you look, the net growth of entities for Bitcoin in the blue line still going up, prices down. Now, what is that divergence on the chart, right? Doing something different. Well, you take it and you pair it with all this other on-chain metrics. I was using a couple posts from William last week, and we were looking at on-chain metrics in so many different ways. The stablecoin supply ratio bottoming out back here, and this was actually at the end of May bottoming out. We're on our way up here. Same thing happened at the beginning, right before the beginning of the bull market. Same thing happened in March, the bear market low in December 2018 back here. We're in this very key area of accumulation, but mixed with some fear because people think, as in times past, many have thought Bitcoin's going lower, and maybe it does. But what would that look like though? And is it such a bad thing? Again, we've had so much time now to mentally prepare. Whether Bitcoin is getting ready to bounce off the 1618 line in just this epic breakout to the upside towards 100,000, right? Which is what we've been talking about for so long, and so many crypto YouTubers been talking about for so long, $100,000 as this next swing high, all-time high. Whether that happens or if we go lower, we've had time to prepare. We've had time to mentally prepare for what's next. This is multi-month consolidation here, and just look at the sideways action right now. We know what's going on in the short term. We've been tracking it. It's playing games with the emotion and the mentality of crypto investors, traders, crypto people, whatever. It's back and forth. It's bullish one day, it's bearish the next. And if you're really zoomed in on those charts, every 1-2% Bitcoin move, it's freaking you out. It's why you have to zoom out on the charts. But for the sake of this video, I did want to just demonstrate, we already have this downward trend. We're talking 50% to the downside for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's discounted, right? And not only is it discounted, there's time to formulate a plan if you're a long-term Bitcoin investor. And what that looks like for you is different for everybody. This isn't financial advice, everybody. Buy Bitcoin at your own risk. Buy crypto at your own risk. It's a very risky game. It really is. A lot of things can happen that will drive potentially Bitcoin price down very far, right? A lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt can come out of nowhere in just a split second. So you want to be prepared for that. But it's 50% discount right now. And the worst that I think could happen is we get an even deeper discount, and that's underlined and prefaced by a whole huge amount of time to plan your accumulation if you're not already accumulating. And I want to show you this. This is extremely important to my longer term plan. And I probably don't talk about it enough because I don't like talking about downside too much when I think we're in the middle of a bull market. But when I was doing, and let me switch to this chart. Now, this is the Brave New Coin Liquid Index chart. I charted this, what you see on the screen. I charted it back in December 2018 bear market low. And we were calling the bottom. We were really anticipating that this was the bottom back here in December 2018. The reason why is because we were using a Fibonacci retracement from the last bear market low to that 2017, 2018 bull market high. And we had this Fibonacci, this long-term Fibonacci support, right? That support would be bear market low to bull market high down into this range. And we basically were saying anything below the 786, because anything within this range, first off, is an accumulation area. Anything below the 786 is just an amazingly oversold, ridiculous area, discounted area, hence the 3000s for Bitcoin. And we see how long it lasted. Not that long before escaping that and making its way to 60-some thousand. Now, that same principle, right? If things get worse for Bitcoin coming off of this $65,000 swing high, we have this bear market low to this new bull market high, right? Around 65,000 or whatever. And we have this range here now. And it's very similar to the range that I charted all the way back here in December 2018 bear market low. And now it's this range. And that is 26,000 down to right around $16,000. Now that range for Bitcoin is an incredibly, I would say, discounted range. Anything under the 786, under 16,000, again, it would liken itself to what happened back here under this 786 and the 3000s. Now, the thing is, we're in a different environment for Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin breaks, right, this current consolidation that it's in, here it is on the 6 hour, if it breaks that, and we actually do make a move to the downside, hitting the 618 line around 26,000 and falling into this range, the amount of demand for Bitcoin right now, and we're talking about institutional demand now, different than what it was. I mean, there were big buyers back here, but it's a different game even now, right? Years later, the amount of demand that's there is, I don't know how long it will last. But what I do know is, what if it happened? I mean, this is really, in my opinion, the worst case scenario for Bitcoin. We're falling somewhere in this range, and we do get more downside. I think the worst of it is over. That initial pop to the downside when markets are euphoric and everybody's just going crazy. YouTube channel, I mean, the engagement on the YouTube channel was just blowing up. Twitter was blowing up. And we've had a mass exit of short-term investors and traders that have left. And that's kind of, I dealt with it fine. I'm sure many of you did, but it is kind of this painful thing to see, right? It's this painful thing when you go from just, man, there's this massive growth. It's exciting. Prices going crazy. Everybody's excited. Bitcoin's all over the place on the news. And then we go into this boring phase now. It just gets less intriguing, right? But this is when most people should be here. This is when people should be texting their friends. Should I buy Bitcoin? What's going on? I wish I was getting those texts now like I was back here, and I'm not. But this is now where it starts. This is where opportunity starts. Worst case scenario, we could fall. We could fall to the next leg down into the $26,000 range. I think we have a target down here around 25,000 on the short term from a short term pattern perspective. it could very much happen that Bitcoin falls. And by the way, this liquid index is listed at 34,000. It's a day old in terms of price data. But you get the point here. This is the worst case scenario for me. 26,000 down to around 16,000. I can't imagine Bitcoin does what it did in the bear market low, falling below this 786 back here. But just because of the demand factor. And again, this is something to keep in mind. And not only this, there's so many different pieces of data, on-chain metrics data that we need to keep in mind. This is just one of them. This was just posted a couple days ago. So entities net growth for Bitcoin still cruising up as price is down. And it's just happening. I think he just tweeted about accumulation. And I want to go find this. Bitcoin miners have been accumulating for over a month now. You see the Bitcoin miners increasing. So many different pieces of this data on the charts. So I wanted to do that though. I just really briefly mention what could the worst case scenario look like? Another leg down. And I think more intriguing is the question, would it really be that bad? Now that we've been prepared, right, for months. I don't think the bull market is over. And if we do get another leg down, I think all it means is opportunity. And we've had more than enough time to prepare. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like. I appreciate all of you for cruising by. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.